Hello there YouTube, this is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is the solo daily for December 27th, and today we will be playing Godkeeper, going from Silent Promenade to Radiant Market, and then up against Cinder. We have a whole bunch of nasty mods in today. We have Vestigal Shrines now duplicate vestiges instead of grinding them down, which is terrible. Like in general, in my opinion, especially alongside 3 millstones, we don't have the inventory space to actually afford to duplicate vestiges. So we're probably not even going anywhere near those this run. And then on top of that, sorry, we have Cursed Treasure, so we start with 5 Treasure Hunter on turn start. We take 1 damage per 100 Quillings owned. So if we don't have any shielding, that means that we have an upper limit of what we can carry. It means that we definitely don't go towards big Quilling caches or anything like that, and somehow we're going to have to solve our defenses so that at the end of the game, when we go up against the boss, we will have 500 at that point. Otherwise, we are straight up just going to lose points there. So we either lose points during combat going up to the boss, which is worth more than our health objective if you lose points every single fight, or we got to figure something out. Again, I personally don't see why this is a yellow and this is a green. I think both of those should be knocked down one. But we're going to navigate these spaces, and we got Heart of a Hero, so we get 3 random sets. So at least that makes up for the fact that we have 3 millstones. We'll end up getting something. Just hopefully they don't all pump into Treasure Hunter and give us nothing. So, before we start, obviously we had a long hiatus there. End of year gets very crazy at work, it gets crazy at home, you know, the holidays and all that such. And I also wanted to be very upfront and say that, well, Inkbound videos are going to grind down a bit. Hopefully not as little as they've been in the recent time. I still hope to maybe hit dailies, I don't know, twice a week, hopefully, and I hope to get back on top of sit-down Saturdays and start discussing some things in depth. Was trying to get a couple of those videos out before I had to leave for Christmas to my family. Didn't manage to do that because there's a lot of work because, well, Inkbound's complicated. Especially with the most recent update. Some things are unnecessarily complicated, and I feel like in order to actually explain them to you guys, it's not easy. So I'm trying to find out the best way to explain it to you guys so that you can understand and hopefully, you know, make good decisions on your own. Oh. These are really not great. Deadly Spear, maybe. Mainly just due to the plus 20 damage that's able to clear trash. Whirlwind's already pretty good at clearing trash. We're going up against Cinder. Deflecting Whirlwind doesn't seem good at all. Escalating Impale also doesn't seem great. This honestly, we're gonna have tons of treasure pots we can afford to reroll. Now that's kind of more of what I'm talking about. Bleed on the nearest enemy is a way to do single target damage. We're hoping to be significantly better than that. Shielding Spear is actually quite good because we can leave spears in the ground and save those up for big power turns where we have to deal big damage, block big damage. And then, of course, Deadly Whirlwind, it's disgusting. I think that's what we're picking here. We need to reroll twice just to bring ourselves under taking damage. Or we need a way to gain health during the fight, which we definitely do not have. Keck Liar's Dice. Okay, so none of this is really wowing me. I'm probably supposed to be taking Moss Spyglass, simply because it's good single target, works very well on Rinferno, but we have a whole bunch of setup that we got to do before we can do like our big attack. So I'm not sure that it actually is good versus Inferno with us, or Rinferno. We do get it on Whirlwind if we set that up correctly. I'm going to re-roll again. Plated Belt gives us shielding. My primary issue with that is that we can't grind it to 2 shielding. It does give us a wallet, again allowing us to hold more Quillings than under 100. I also really like the physical damage because, well, the class itself is a physical character. Except for Celestial Spear, I guess, which is now magic. Don't know how I missed that. But we're not generally using that for its damage. Gaining 25% damage on Powder Monkey Stockpile seems very good. Brings us up to 100 damage, doubles up to 200 to the sweet spot. That's still, like, it's an AoE, so it's hard not to say it, but it's kind of not worth all that setup. We also are going to have velocity on top of it, so there's that to note too. So it's like 270. That starts to get like pretty good. The problem is that Godkeeper uses a lot of movement in order to set up their damage, simply because of how their kit works. So taking Powder Monkey Stockpile is kind of yikes. I think we can afford to pick it up though. We're gonna screw around, find out. Mercurial Elixir also helps. Go ahead and give me 2 Tarnish Bolts. Okay. You guys are just far enough away. It's quite misfortunate. Like, I feel like it's just there. I don't know if I can get this on keyboard. Yeah, I don't think we can get this in one turn. We're certainly close. It might have been our positioning. Maybe it was not critting 5-head. Could be any number of those things. I honestly don't think that having... What was it? The mark would have been like the determining factor there. Blink is 100% on Godkeeper. It's another velocity stack. And God forbid, maybe with Blink we can actually afford to do double Powder Monkey Stockpile. Seems a little ridiculous, but it's like almost double damage. I also noticed that they've been giving us a lot of poison thorns. Oh, we have to re-roll. Walking past boiling muck is kind of terrible feeling. Do we take Moss Spyglass now? I don't think so. Teeth on a string. Okay, that's our wallet. I guess we could have picked up boiling muck, went over here and re-rolled this. That's sloppy. Give me a sea breach. I'll be honest, I'm pretty much looking at that Omni damage, but the fact that we can duplicate does make this look pretty dang good. Alright. So, going back on topic, yeah, Inkbound's going to slow down a bit. Things still getting a bit hectic, and I don't know. I've also put 500 hours into the game in like a year. Boss, I'm tired. But I'm still going to be trying to, again, get a whole bunch of videos together for like Sit Down Saturday, which for those of you who may not know, because we haven't really done any this season, Sit Down Saturday is basically us... Let me get this turn ordering done correctly first. It's us going like super in depth on a lot of topics in the game. I kind of want you done. Okay. Oh, I gave us... Okay. That's right. We're fine for now because of the fact that we have one bastion, but that's rough. I almost forgot about the treasure hunter. I'm gonna teleport behind you. Nothing personal, kid. I'm not sure I want to trade here, but it's probably still the best move. We'll go ahead, we'll drop that spear. We crit here, which is kind of a big deal. So let's go ahead, let's kablam. Go back, and there's the clear. And that gives us just enough to have full health. On the first turn, stack bleed to the nearest enemy. We could get a multiplier out of that. This is so difficult when we don't actually have space in our inventory. There's a Verdant. I kinda like that. then I almost think that we get rid of this. We could duplicate the Verdant Blossom. Get access to Verdant 2 for a while. Get some max health. Okay. Invig seems pretty decent, to be honest. We would basically be base kit Godkeeper, which is also kind of a problem. But I guess we just trade and come out on top? I don't know. Otherwise, Smoke Bomb's very good. I think we're going to take Smoke Bomb. Okay, we are visiting the Vestigal Shrine here. Give me a potion. Vengeful's nice. Go ahead, duplicate this. And that's how we're going to live life now. So with that, we can probably go ahead, take the big Quilling Cage. It's probably better for us to take an Uncommon Augment. And I think we actually want to take this. Leave that orb for next turn. Pick you up. You want to be about right here, but you probably want to be doing some stuff first. Really? Okay. I don't think I'm going to spend time re-rolling that. I would love to inflict some bleed stacks, thank you. I don't think there's anything here that we really want to double. I do believe that these are the sets that we want, though. We probably want to get rid of Powder Monkey's stockpile for something. I just don't think that it's like another Verdant. I suppose that we could, because once we get Verdant 5, that's kind of what we're going for. That is kind of absolutely nutty. But as we kill treasure pods, this 25 physical damage isn't really going to be felt anymore. And it's definitely not going to help us more than, like, Verdant 5. If we could possibly get up to Verdant 8, that'd be quite a thing. I think that the correct move is to go to this Binding Empowerment, though. Just start stocking up on augments. I don't want to hit Striker, though. So I do believe that we actually... And what I will do is be a bit thorough. I will take that immediately. I am actually concerned for this fight. And just check and make sure that there's nothing here that we want. Like, say, I don't know, Sovereign's Flag? Double Sovereign's Flag. I wonder if this is incorrect. It would give us a way to check, I suppose. Because a lot of this is technically enemy incoming damage, similar to you having take incoming damage. Now, the bleed set says that it's in this bin, but it's actually in the attack binding bin. If this is also in the attack binding bin, that'd be a little bit upsetting. But I suppose we should check that. The only problem is that, again, with Treasure Hunter 5, this isn't really worth anything. This is really just whenever we use Smoke Bomb, this might be a 25% multiplier. Well, I mean, it would actually be a 25% multiplier either way. But, yeah, I don't quite know how I want to handle this right now. Glass Cannon. Huh. Glass Cannon would be kind of crazy. I think we do it, though. I don't think that we double Glass Cannon, though we might. Okay, let's see here. Re-roll me? This doesn't affect our bleed anymore. We're going to Radiant Market. Deflecting Whirlwind isn't bad, it's just bad versus Cinder. I would really like negative cooldown on you. But it seems like that is not gonna happen. Inflict marked. Okay, I can get behind that. We can deal with that. So I honestly think that we're going to drop Teeth on a String. Like, it did well for us. It saved us some points. We're going to duplicate another Verdant Blossom. which gives us Insano healing. We're going to need it because we have a glass cannon. And I think this is our life. Don't you forget. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty good. The only problem is that after we do that, like, what do we do? What do we do? Hit you with that, pick that up, hit you with some more bleed, I guess? I don't really have to worry about taking damage, but, like, every point of health kind of matters here. I don't think we have anything that we need to stab him for, but stab him just in case. Okay. There's the power orb. If I blink, pick that up. Does this requires target? Okay, never mind. Meep, meep. Which means we're going to lose a velocity there, but we gain mark on a crit. And then let's press the right buttons to actually get our skills out. And we'll meet you over here. We're looking great. We are looking fantastic. Go ahead, blink. Pick up that orb, and we win. Alright. We did not get Verdant 5, which is very unfortunate. We did get one Treasure Hunter, bleep bloop, meep merp. We didn't get any Vigorous, we got Weaver. So we got Treasure Hunter, Verdant, Weaver. Or Reaver, my apologies. Verdant 5 was kind of important. I mean, it was RNG. What are you going to do? Smite damage isn't increased by our glass cannon, but it is at least increased by our ability power. We lose damage to gain random smites. That doesn't sound great. Flash is great. We will go ahead and take Flash. And I was kind of hoping a free Impale is kind of nice. Adding base damage onto anything is kind of ridiculous right now. I kind of like Widespread Smoke as well. We managed to get like a plus... What is it? The green is plus 25. I'd honestly be okay with that, but the other purple would be great as well. Otherwise, like, that's going to end up being, let's see. You add 50%, then we double it. So this is 120 base damage. That's kind of a big deal. I don't even care about the shatter, honestly.
Hello, young
And now I think we can get rid of exactly one of these. Maybe that's not true. Maybe we can get rid of 2. We're going to have to find some defense quick, though. Because we're currently taking 4 damage. Yeah, no, I can't afford that. Anyways, sorry. Going back on the topic. Something that we used to do during Season 1 was Sit Down Saturdays, which was pretty much going into depth about, like, stuff that I can't really just talk about as it comes up during a run here. So, hopefully look forward to that. One of the things that has been very much requested, and I've been wanting to do, but due to the fact that the game is currently kind of in a terrible state as far as readability, is I've wanted to do noise. In Season 1, I did a breakdown of how damage works. Obviously, I would like to do that again, but due to the way that damage works, it's been very obtuse on how it actually works. So that's made things a little bit difficult in that front. Now, you serious? I now have been told how damage works. But in order to present that in a matter for which you guys would probably be able to understand, it is incredibly difficult because they made it needlessly complicated for no reason. I've been putting in a lot of feedback on that matter. I don't know if it's being heard. While I certainly don't want the game to end up being like click button go blur, I would still like appreciate the game to be explainable so that people can learn. Like, people usually appreciate learning about the game. This is very much appreciated, actually. I don't know if that counts for the damage that we're taking from this. The only thing that I would possibly drop that for is if we found another Verdant right now. Which we didn't. So we're going to play around with it for a bit. Shielding Blink also certainly helps. It makes it so that we take less damage from enemies, not less damage from the self-damage from Cursed Treasure. Now, Empowered Spear is also kind of disgusting. It basically gives us another velocity. Shielding Blink is going to be going off a lot. And that's kind of the deal. Because we have Flash and we get a free Blink every single time that we kill something, Shielding Blink actually has the opportunity to be used a lot. I think we're going to keep going into our burst, though, and take Empowered Spear. I want to go to a Binding Empowerment, thank you. I'll be honest, give me plus 25 damage. I'm about it. We don't need to inflict shatter. We don't need to smite things. Those are all bad for us. And defeating an enemy with Impale gain 2 vigor. I don't intend to use the skill in that manner. All this wonky bleed stuff, man. Guess Quickening Blink is actually quite nice for us. Reducing our cooldowns. Take me to another rare augment, thank you. There's obviously a whole bunch of other topics that I'd like to cover in a sit-down Saturday besides just like how damage works. And I'm hoping to get to those as well. Okay. That seems pretty good, I guess. We're looking very good here. This honestly isn't bad. I'm willing to take that just because of Reaver. That makes that a decent button. That seems very good, actually. Well, there it is. Do we take Amulet or Floral over Primacentium? Honestly, kinda. That's kind of a lot of damage. I actually think that we need to re-roll this down a bit. What's our upcoming... We can spend 200 here. We can spend a lot of money and just blow it at the Carver's Refuge. Kind of prefer not to. We're actually going to re-roll a bit. When you turn game 1 stack of Blur, too bad that that doesn't really do anything for us. Survivor's Bonsai would actually be pretty good here. There's Hammer of the Broken Rail. That's something that we can actually use. Sorry, buddy. There's our -1 cooldown. I'm perfectly happy with that. Inflict another mark. That's kind of unnecessary. Reduce cooldown by 1, increase range. That's kind of huge on that. There's turns where we cannot use Celestial Spear, and that allows us to. Like, these are both, like, terrible. Guess we'll take this big Quilling Case for now. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Maybe we should have put some shielding on this. We're going to take a lot of damage here. Okay. Looking for something huge here. Carnival Candy might honestly be it. But other than that, I don't really know what I'm looking for. Just take another Verdant Blossom. Gives us Verdant 5, gives us Vigorous 4. Certainly is an interesting idea. Hold up. Ragman based cooldown, that's a waste. I would love to, but no. I think we're just going to take another Deadly Whirlwind, to be honest. There's definitely good purples that we could put on that, but I kind of want to make sure that we get a purple on our... I guess we're already making sure that we get a purple on Flash, so we don't really need to take that. So let's take Deadly Impale. Leave ourselves open for a good purple on that one. Let's do this. Okay. I'll take that. Not quite killing, huh? Alright, how about this? We got a loot box. Dope. That's like pretty big for us, actually. Let me make sure that that's actually... Yep. Okay. Gain 1 stack of blur. Become virtually immune to damage. No, I think we're gonna go ahead and re-roll here. Gain 1 blur and 1 velocity. I think we're going for an orb. Thank you. Debating if we want to do anything else down here. We now have Verdant 5. So we can go ahead and drop this forever. They really want to give us Treasure Hunter 8. What does this build need? You know what this build could really need? A Primordial. Let's actually just save this for the final shop. We'll go ahead, we'll pick up our Hammer of the Broken Rail. To get our Nun crit chance. Put 1 Bastion, that helps us out a little bit. I'm not picking that up. I think that not re-rolling the living ton out of that shop might have been a bad idea. I also just realized that we're going to have Despair on the final boss. Hopefully it doesn't matter. Ooh! Seems good. Yeah, it really would have been nice if we would have put shielding on this. Especially now that we don't have cooldowns. Well, at least we got 4 shielding to help us with the next turn. Ooh. Might as well pick up the power orb. We're good because this is the last turn. Just barely? Okay, we need to spend a lot of money here. I cannot re-roll these. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and take Elusive Whirlwind. It's something. Boon of a Patron. Gain bonus smite damage equal to 20% of your base critical damage. What does that even mean? Because if base means baseline, we start with 50. So we're going to get 10 base smite damage. Firing could be big. He'd either give us everything or nothing. I'm honestly willing to just take that for right now, just in case we don't find anything better. Also watching my money. We kind of need to stop here. It's not... It actually might be another glass cannon, but the problem is that Cinder, we're going to be in the blender for like 5 turns. What we really need is shielding or healing. Like, honest to goodness. What is this? Get that out of my sight. Dunn's head is somewhat interesting. Oh, man. Honestly, I think the play was another Verdant Blossom. We probably screwed up by getting rid of that, because then that gives us Vigorous 4, which allows us to heal 3 of the damage that we're taking. We could still see it, so we'll re-roll to it. Cultivated Harmonies is a... Can we get that? 300? How much money does a treasure pot drop? That'd be really gambling. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and say no. And I feel comfortable going down to like 400. Each 9 max health you have. Wow. It's still kind of garbage. And that's us. Alright. I guess there was a grinder here. Goddamn. What do we have sitting here? Nothing fantastic. I don't know why I forgot that that grinder was there. That was kind of useful. Guess we're going to grind a glass cannon. There's really no point in doing that. So we're just going to keep going. Yeah, we could have ground some things and actually gained some stats there. Like a vigorous. Please give me shielding. 2 will. Son of a bitch. Alright. We're still fine. We're more than fine. Okay. Alright. We're looking great. Everything ended up just fine. Anyways. So yeah, I would stay tuned for... There's still going to be more Inkbound videos on the channel. There's going to be some more other videos on the channel as well. This is kind of spiffy. This much must have happened while I was gone. How did we lose points? Did we take damage on a fight? That's the only thing that I could see would do this. What is this 5,000? This 5,000 is for winning. We had our glyphs, we had our money. We had our HP. And they don't track any turns and stuff. I definitely don't think that we lost a turn. I think that we must have... Does boss damage actually count now? Is that what it is? That can't be. Yeah, I don't know. We must have taken damage somewhere. Does it keep track of everything? Nope. Yes. Pretty much. All the way back from Smoke Bomb. Health loss 0, health loss 0, health loss 0, 0, 0. Well, we did miss turn 1 on the fight 1. Which would have been 100 points. Otherwise, I am not seeing any health loss past when we got Smoke Bomb. But it was definitely there. I don't think we took damage on that first fight, did we? Anyways, we lost a little bit of health somewhere, but otherwise I think that we played the run pretty well. I don't think that most people would have been insane enough to just stack Verdant Blossoms, but I suppose we're about to find out. Otherwise, hopefully the run was entertaining, or at least educational. If you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put that down in the comments below. And until next time, I will catch you guys around. We took second place. Look at that. It's kind of nifty.